So, welcome back. Another episode of Story Time with Soft Serve. This is a video that I've had a lot of people ask me about. This will go into some of the weird places that you can get sent when you work for the public. So, it was the middle of the night. It was a night just like any other night. I was on call, and there was a call for transport, and it was an unknown. Didn't know anything about it. All I know is the dispatcher asked me who my partner was for the evening. And so I told them my partner's name, and he was like, "Great, you guys are really going to love this one. I need you to meet me at blah, blah, blah." Gave me the address, gave me the victim's name. So I'm thinking, it's the middle of the night. The place that we're going is the hood. So it's probably something wild. Little did I know it was going to be a little wilder than what I thought it would be. So we get there, and it's kind of it's in the middle of the hood. It's like 3 in the freaking morning, and it's kind of a weird building. You got to push a little kind of like a doorbell thing, and then they've got to buzz you in. So we get buzzed in, and we are standing in the middle of a gym. It was, it had free weights, had all the machines, had treadmills, everything you'd see at any of the major gyms. And I mean, place was really freaking nice. It smelled good. And so we were waiting. We had to be released. They had to wait to let us into the scene, and so I thought that was kind of wild. They were still getting some statements from some of the witnesses, and so it's just me and my partner in this gym, and we're waiting and waiting and waiting, and I don't know, it's maybe 20, 30 minutes go by. We scroll stuff on our phones. We're just waiting. And, so after a while, we're getting bored. So then, we like get a couple reps in, like, man, this is a nice place. I never knew this was here. And then, you know, so then I start looking around, and there's, like pictures on the wall. A lot of pictures of dudes, like these big jack dudes, and you know, it's a gym. You wouldn't think anything of it, right? Well, so we keep waiting and waiting. It's taking forever. And then I noticed there's a sign on the wall that says all members must be in a towel within 10 minutes of entering. And so I'm like, oh wow, man, these guys they've thought of everything. It's kind of a private gym. They're trying to make sure you don't catch anything. Like MRSA or any kind of nastiness that you could pick up at a gym. I'm like, man, these guys are on point, man. They've got everything handled. And so then we're really, really bored, and we start walking around. And you go to most gyms, and they have display cases. You'll get some supplements, energy drinks, protein drinks, stuff like that. And as we're looking in it, it is these display cases have um well it's got condoms, and it's got lube, and this stuff called man scent. And you know, I'm looking down, and then I look at my partner, and then he's looking down, and then he looks up at me, and then all of a sudden we're looking down, and we look back at each other, and we're like, no, no. We had just figured out that I guess it's a gay gym. It's only open to gay members, which, hey, I got plenty of friends and family that are gay. I have nothing against the gay community. Um, freaking. So, we're just kind of like taken back. And about that time, the doors open up. It's a double door, and in comes one of the investigators, the guy who asked for us, and he's kind of got a big smile on his face because he sees that we just figured out what we got into. And yeah, so needless to say, we're like, what the heck? Like, never even knew this place was here. And nothing wrong with it. But then he's like, oh, but wait, there's more. Yeah, the victim is upstairs. So we start climbing these long flights of steps to take us upstairs. It's kind of a larger building, and it's getting darker and darker as you reach toward the tops of the steps. It's got like black lights on both sides. It's kind of dimly lit, and you can hear like some EDM or techno music blasting real loud. Sounds like a nightclub. And so yeah, then we kind of look there. That's where the scene starts. So that's where the crime scene tape starts. So there is a young uniform officer there who's guarding the tape that looks like he is questioning his choice in careers. Young, probably early 20s, probably been out of the academy, I don't know, probably less than a year. And yeah, he's like, bro, you should have seen what I saw when I got here, man. There was people everywhere. I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, it's that kind of club. He's like, oh, just wait. The victim's all the way in the back, so you have to show your IDs and your work IDs and credentials, all that crap. You have to sign into the guard log, and then you go into the scene. So then, it's a long hallway. On the left, there are small, probably, I don't know, 8 by 10 rooms. These are encounter areas. About only, it's kind of about the size of a small jail cell. There's a set of those on the left side of the hallway, and then on the right side of the hallway is like shower room that looks like it's almost like it's got stage lighting and club lights kind of illuminating, and it's got a kind of like a viewing area. So I'm like, wow. But then we go all the way into the back into the last room. And this room was painted all black. The floor, the ceiling, the walls, everything's black. And in the middle of this room, there is a box. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 4.5, 5 feet tall. And it's got holes cut out about that big. And yeah, there's holes on every side of it. And then it's got like a small, like a narrow opening to where one person can basically fit in that thing, but it's got holes on the top, on the sides, front, back. I mean, just everywhere. And these are, I don't know what you would call them. Um, I don't know, glory holes maybe. But then we see our victim, who is he is prone, half in and half out of that box thing, and yeah, he had passed. I'm not going to go into the circumstances, but you know, needless to say, we had one guy uh, not living anymore. He suffered a medical emergency, and I think he was huffing some things. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I a lot of people had asked about that story. There's more to it, but I can't really put all that on YouTube. Once again, I just want to say, you know, thank you guys for everything. If you guys have any questions, if you have some ideas for different stories that maybe you've heard from me, or you know, whatever, you know, send me an email. Um, all my links are on YouTube. So yeah, um, yeah. If you could give me some help, give me some views, some likes, subscribe. You know, thumbs up if you like it. If not, no big deal. I'm gonna keep doing this stuff. So, but yeah. Well, you guys have a wonderful day. Yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Love you.